We're listening to the Best of T-Man. The T-Man will be back on live soon. Now
They've
more
been
of
on
the
a
Best of
whirlwind tour through Europe to promote his latest thriller, K-19, The Widowmaker. Now,
Yes, because it did so well over here. We all ran out and saw The Widowmaker.
I think I'm done with sub movies forever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I need any more.
No more movies need to be shot in a submarine.
Right.
We're not interested. We don't care.
Right, they're not that cool anymore.
to promote his latest thriller, K-19, The Widowmaker. Now, London papers say Harrison Ford and Callista Flockhart have marriage on their minds. So will he...
No more relationships with Callista Flockhart.
Right. Yeah.
Nobody's interested. Nobody cares. Nobody can see her when she turns to the side.
Right.
Man, has she gained a pound?
I don't think so.
Has she had a saltine today? Steven, did you see The Widowmaker?
I did not, no. But with Harrison being so old, she will be the widow.
Wow.
Soon.
Yes. How much older is he than her? Are we talking a 20-year gap there?
Something like that,
Yeah, I
even
would
maybe
think so.
more.
Maybe more?
I think he's like 60 and she's like
Yeah!
30.
Yeah! Cool.
But now, of course, they're making all the rounds and such, so.
So will Indy and Allie say, I do? The stars are silent for now, but stay tuned.
How do you know I will? 'Cause I can't wait. I gotta know. Tell me now. Wow, so it could be happening. Good.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Happiness finally for Callista.
Over under, we'll set it at 3 for death and 3 for divorce. So you can go over under on both, either, or none. You want to go under, over? Okay, they're not married yet. We can't do it officially. Steven, you got an age little gap there for us?
Well, Harrison Ford was born July 13th, 1942.
1942. That's a lot of math there, Steven, for early in the morning. But luckily it is 02, so that would make him carry the 60.
Yeah, I would have thought he was older than that, but...
He looks it.
Older than 60.
I
Callista.
thought he was. Who knows?
Do they get older than 60?
He's doing another Indiana Jones movie.
Right.
Look at his wheelchair chasing people.
And Callista Flockhart, I believe, is
About
35, but
30.
it's coming up here. 1964.
Yeah.
She's 64, so she's 37, 38.
Yes.
She's
So
Terry's
we're
age.
talking about, she's like Terry's age.
Oh, jeez.
I didn't know she was that old.
No,
She's
that's
Terry's
old.
age.
Boy.
Yeah, I'm glad Terry's. Oh, Terry, you're here. Oh, jeez. That's old. So
Only
she's
22 years.
22 years younger than him.
That's not a big deal.
That's a huge deal. Anything over 10 is just, you can't understand each other. You're in 2 different lifetimes. Fortunately, me and my girlfriend are 9.5 years apart.
It's amazing how those windows work out perfectly. Huh?
Yes. Well, no, there are a lot of windows that I profess that I don't fall into.
That's true.
But I'm the exception, not the rule.
Does your girlfriend know who Bo and Luke Duke are?
Just 2 good old boys?
Yeah, does she even know?
I'd hate to wake her up at this hour.
Oh, okay, just for that.
You want me to wake her up at this hour for that question?
Let's just
I'm
find
dying to
out.
know.
Oh, man.
Blame it on me.
The answer is probably no.
Okay, I'm just wondering.
23.
Okay.
There was really no chance she watched. I don't want to give it away in case she's listening, but I doubt it. All right, let's see what she said.
Should we take bets on if she knows?
First 23-year-old that can call in that knows who Bo and Luke is.
I bet she does, because she's been with you long enough.
Yeah, but I don't sit around watching that show.
You got rid of your lunchbox, didn't you? You wouldn't know.
For your mork box.
Yeah.
But I still call Orson.
Come in.
Hi, we're not able to come.
See that?
We'll never know.
Yeah, see how I disguise my voice?
Oh, yeah.
Hi, when I...
Just in case Gay gets a hold of your number
Right.
someday.
Oh, he has it.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yes. So, no, she does not. I don't think she knows the Dukes of Hazzard. Oh.
Just wondering.
Yes. What else is going on there, Terrence?
Well, it looks like your American Idol, Kelly Clarkson, is still a virgin.
What do you mean
and-
my American Idol?
Well.
She's our American Idol, Terry.
Our
We're all supposed to embrace her as the American Idol.
Okay.
She is the American Idol.
All right. How about that?
Yes.
The American Idol, Kelly Clarkson, is still a virgin and is planning to be one until at least 30 or until she finds Mr. Right. Whichever comes first.
Right.
She says that she set her sights on her music career, of course, and not love, but she is going to wait until she gets married, finds Mr. Right, to give
So Randy
herself.
Jackson didn't dive in?
No, I don't think so. And then
doubt
all
it.
the rumors about her and Justin getting together and being
Yes.
totally in love.
Well,
and
the
all
word
that stuff.
is that her album is having problems already.
Really?
Has been pushed back. It was supposed to come out in November, and now they're saying it's not going to come out until 03. So I think they're trying to find some bit of, like, gossip to just keep her name in the headlines and in the tabloids. They actually want her picture and her stories in the tabloids to keep, like, her 15 minutes of fame going until they can actually spit an album out.
But her 2 singles are out, correct? And I'm sure they did pretty well.
Well, I don't even know if they came out yet. They may be out as of this week, I think.
I think they did come
they
out
are.
this
But
week.
I don't know if they're doing well. They may not be.
I wasn't in line for the
That's
release
right.
party at Tower Records.
I was not there for the signing.
Jeez.
Well, and of course, you're right. She is all over the front pages of the magazines, like Us is,
Yes.
you know.
Well, I'm happy about that, and I'm just overjoyed that there's a new American Idol.
Well, good.
Because there's been a shortage over the past number of years. And thankfully, we have a new American Idol. And she's virgin, Kelly Clarkson. All right, what can we do to keep her name in the headlines? You're going to be a virgin, okay? Well, I screwed everybody in high school. Nobody remembers. Deny it. That DNA is long gone. You think she's a virgin? Does she look like a virgin? She sings like a virgin. But does she look like a virgin?
I don't think she is.
Well, she should have learned. That whole thing backfired on Britney Spears.
She had that chubby thing going in high school. There's no chance she was a virgin. Those chubby girls screw. They just do. They do. Don't laugh. Don't shake your head. No, they do. The girls that are just over the barrier, not like heavy, not like obese, but like fighting the chubbiness in high school, they screw. They screw for their self-esteem issues. Yes, they do.
Okay.
So there's very little chance, based on all I'm telling you, that Kelly Clarkson is a virgin.
Well, her best friend is claiming that she is, so.
Her best friend is getting paid by the new record deal to back it up. We always need a best friend's testimony.
Jessica is her name, by the way.
Well, I even screwed her. Yeah, well, now you didn't. Steven, do you believe the story that Terry's reading? Where'd you get the story?
I got it from, of course, the Globe.
Terry loves the Globe, yeah. You got it from the Globe?
Yeah. And also it's in Us Weekly.
Does she say she's a virgin in Us Weekly?
Let
Let me see. Let me look. Hey, Steven,
Yes.
virgin or no?
Well, she's only 20. I mean, there's a chance. I mean, I'd like to believe that, people are truthful when they say stuff like that.
See, look at her even at, like, 12 here.
Yeah.
She's more chubby at 12 than she is now.
Right.
I don't buy it. What was that statement? What was your vote?
I think that she probably is.
You think she's a virgin?
I'm going to say, if she's saying that she is, I'm going to go with that.
What if Terry started saying she's a virgin?
If Terry said she was a virgin?
Yes.
we do have
I mean,
a little, we have a little bit of proof.
Okay,
but,
so anyone who has no kids can basically claim they're a virgin. If you say it definitively enough, people will start to believe you. Is that the deal?
I guess, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a virgin.
Well, good for you. I'm glad you waited.
Now prove I'm not.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't know.
Well, she originally wanted to be a marine biologist, so those people aren't putting out.
Marine biologists never put out.
I don't know.
Just because Steven was a chubby in high school, he wants to now believe the best. I don't know, Stevie. You were Kelly Clarkson's brother in high school, weren't you?
Chubby virgin.
Was that you?
It could have been, yeah.
Were you a virgin all the way through high school, Steven?
All the way through.
Wow.
Until he was taken in college.
That's right. You were ripped. Your virginity was ripped from you
I've never been the same since.
without consent.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, if you haven't listened to the program over the years, you missed out on the time we revealed and got into Steven's psyche. I mean, it's not suppressed or anything, but it's not something he will talk about openly. We one day discussed how Steven was date raped as far as losing his virginity. Yes,
Yes.
a male. Not the strongest male you'll find in the world, but a male nonetheless.
Right.
And his virginity was snatched away from him in a date-raping situation. Don't ask the details. It causes too much trauma.
But we have you to bring it up all the time.
Right.
So.
Now, if you hadn't lost your virginity in that date-raping college experience, Would you have held on to it for a number of more years, or what would have been the situation there?
I'm not sure. I mean, there's no way of telling. I mean, you don't really have your sights set on when it's going to happen.
But you didn't want to lose it that night.
Well, I mean, it was kind of put upon me.
You didn't want to lose it that night. Literally put upon you.
Yeah, I mean, when you wake up in that situation, I mean, it's... I mean, you can either go with it or...
Well, I'm sure
take
you
the bat from underneath the bed and start beating the poor woman. So
Stephen Hill still has the bat underneath his bed.
No.
His wife
Yeah.
touches him.
Right. Beats the crap out of her. Don't make me pull out the Louisville Slugger.
Oh, boy.
Yes, what else? Real quick, go.
Also, Playgirl's Men of Enron hits the newsstands today. Yay. I know everybody's running out to get that. And
the
rumors-
men's turn.
Yeah, it is, actually.
Yes,
So-
let's see what they have to offer the world. The men of Enron.
they have no money. So.
No publicity, by the way. Have you heard anything besides...
No, just this
Stephen,
one.
have you heard anything about the men of Enron besides Terry just talking about it now?
I have not.
The men of Enron hits the newsstands today.
Well, I didn't get it in my little Playgirl newsletter, so I didn't.
And also, rumors are starting to build more and more about Jennifer Lopez possibly being pregnant with Ben Affleck's love child. And the big rumor...
That goes on newsstands today?
Yeah, no, that's
Man,
just-
Stephen, I hope the show never goes bankrupt so I don't have to ever see you in Playgirl.
Good reason.
Let me tell you.
Men of T-Man show.
Stop it.
The T-Man. Just when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber.
Hey, what up? Sesame Street is getting serious with the introduction of an HIV-positive puppet.
Yes, it's a press conference for the HIV puppet.
Wow.
They held it. I'm sure all the media was there. Can you turn this way, puppet? Can you turn this way, please? Shh. Make love to the camera. Wow. He doesn't sound any different than anyone else on Sesame Street.
They all sound the same.
Wow, I expected something a little more out there.
A furry orange creature named Cammy is joining the show's cast in South Africa. Its goal is to make people...
Named Hammy?
I think it's Cammy.
Oh, Cammy.
A furry orange creature named Cammy is...
Because we have a furry orange creature named Hammy. And he's our number one dysfunctional family member who's currently in Louisiana visiting his family. Isn't that nice?
Yes.
But HIV, negative. I don't know if it's gotten checked, but I don't know. Does anyone of us know?
Don't know.
All we know is we're not Sesame Street puppets. That we can confirm.
Yes.
Oh, maybe we can't confirm that just yet either.
A furry orange creature named Cammy is joining the show's cast in South Africa.
Right.
Its goal is to make people more understanding of those who have HIV. More than 28 million people in Africa have either HIV or AIDS. No word if the character will be appearing in the U.S.
Well, don't deprive us!
Wow.
How do you not bring it to the States?
I don't know.
How are we denied Cammy?
Are they saying how he got it? I mean,
bet
in part of the education of it
that's
all?
not
I
part of
don't
it.
know.
I don't know. That'd be kind of interesting, though.
We have our own HIV puppet in the United States. His name is Magic Johnson. How well is he doing?
I thought he was all cured, supposedly. I thought he, yeah.
He beat it! There's not a trace of HIV in his blood anymore! Everyone else out there going, oh, if only I had $900 million to beat
Right.
this thing, too!
Right.
He really did beat it?
I don't think he beat it, but there's like no traces, barely
Right.
even a little bit of HIV residue in his system.
Why even tell people?
He didn't know he could beat it, but he beat it.
Oh, good.
I thought either you had it or you don't. It wasn't like a, well, I kind of have it.
I think.
He had it. It came out with that announcement November 1991.
I remember.
Because I remember as well. I was in college. I was listening in my dorm room on my little radio, my little fridge, eating a little popsicle. And I was shocked. And now here we are. What, 13, 12 years later? 11?
11.
All right. 11 years later, and he's fine. So is Cammy. Yes.
So were you crushed about that news?
Big Bird getting very envious. His time is going to have to be shared even more now. What's that now, Steven?
Were you crushed? I mean, was he a big idol of yours?
Well, I liked Matt. Yeah, I still do.
And his lovely
But,
wife.
yeah, I mean, it was all of a sudden the HIV virus had hit the sports world at the pinnacle.
Yeah, made it real.
And they just released a press statement now. I'm getting it over the wires. Oh, Big Bird has polio. Oh, boy.
Oh, now.
No better way to educate kids, I guess.
All our heroes are coming crashing down right before us.
Is it a bad thing that they have a puppet to teach about HIV?
Ernie and Bert, they're gay, Terry. You speculated all along.
Actually, you probably did growing up.
Now Dumpy has to swear off them. Did you chat? I watched finally the John Ritter show on the TiVo.
Saw
The
it.
TiVo guy was dancing around yesterday. Stuck it on.
And?
Liked it.
Did ya?
Yes,
it
but
was
the
pretty funny.
blonde is not quite as hot as I thought.
Ah.
So that was a little disappointing. But it's just stupid enough to watch every week. Yes. And the other daughter, who's the smart-ass, not as good-looking daughter, I like her character.
She's got a good character.
Yeah! What's the name of the show? It's so long, no one can ever remember the name of that show. The 8 Ways...
8 Rules
of
to dating my daughter.
Jack Tripper grows up.
They even have to... Yeah, why don't they just make the character Jack Tripper... And this is what his life is like 20 years later.
He got married,
Yeah,
had
because
daughters.
he plays the same part that he played on Three's Company. So why not just make it Jack Tripper 15, 20 years later?
And then they could have, like, during sweeps, they could have Chrissy check in and see what's going on.
Mr. Furley.
Mr. Furley can drop by, looking like a corpse.
Wait till Thanksgiving at their house, man. They have them all there. The Ropers.
I mean, Joyce DeWitt needs something to
I
do.
wondered why ABC still has the rights to Three's Company. They always will. Why didn't they just make his part Jack Tripper?
Not sure. Wish they would.
That would have been good.
And he married... Al Bundy got divorced, and he just married Katie Seagal, who plays his wife, although she has no role on this program.
Yeah.
Makes me wonder who her agent is. Or maybe that's all they could get, obviously.
She looks totally different, too.
Yes, well, she doesn't have the big wet red wig on, Terry.
Well, and her boobs, I think she got reduction or her implants taken out. Or...
Well, maybe those were socks all those years, Terry. Why don't you admit yours are, too?
How'd you know?
What I do want to watch also is The New Real World. I hear it's taking place in Vegas. Look at little Jimmy flail his arms. Little Freddie Wee. Jimmy Fred Weeman obviously saw it and wants to participate in the program.
Oh, boy.
He's our little puppet.
Are you HIV positive?
No, I've actually been tested.
Okay. So let all the listeners who are on the fence as to whether to screw Freddie Wee,
I'm clean as a whistle.
let him know that he's HIV
I
negative.
bet those phones are lighting up.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, look at him go.
Not really.
Did you, obviously, your arms are flying because you saw the first installment
Yeah,
of The New Real
I
World?
recently saw it, and the
What are they doing?
pad is
They're doing it in the Palms,
A
right?
$2 million penthouse. All 4 girls on it are hot.
Wow.
And this is the first year ever.
What are they now?
They're all beautiful.
Oh.
Hot.
They're hot.
Hot.
All 4 girls are hot. Sitting there with his Eagles jersey on. Jumping up and down next to the big screen.
Getting all excited.
Yes.
You know how every year they have like the token gay, the token militant.
jeez.
There's no gay on the show this year.
Wow.
Ooh.
So it must be really good.
Right. Can't wait to tune in.
You're ecstatic, aren't you?
I'm not ecstatic.
Straight
I'm just-
people.
The Palms is
fat
doing
people.
the Palms is doing a lot to promote their new hotel in Vegas. They put these 7 again? 8?
7.
7. They have to be over 21, right?
Yes, they have to be.
That's
over
kind of
21.
disappointing. You always want a nice 18, 19-year-old mixed in there. But to be in the hotel and I think they're all going to work in the hotel, right? Or somewhere in Vegas?
Something as party planners for parties in Vegas. And
Party.
Well, I read that one is going to be a cocktail waitress and one's going to be a dealer and stuff like that. They're not all going to be party planners. We can't all be you, by the way. So you liked the first installment?
Yeah, there was a little hooking up between the roommates in like the second day.
Already.
Casinos, booze, and hooking up.
Great combination. Maybe you hooked up with her on the big screen. You ever think of that?
I might have.
Picture that.
He's pressed up. Look through his window. He's pressed up against the big screen. Wow. Turn around. Come on. Turn around, baby.
Bear hugging the side of the TV.
So it's worth watching.
Absolutely.
Good hour of fun.
Yes. Very impressed. I don't think it's only a half hour after the first show, but yeah.
And 2 people already hooked up.
Yes. And gave one guy a lot of angst because he liked that girl, and the other guy
Right.
kind of wedged in.
What person in our generation uses a word like angst?
Don't know.
Wayman uses all the words. When do Saul and Pidgey come into town, by the way?
They will be in Friday.
Man,
Oh,
that's right. I almost
wow.
forgot. Let us
exciting.
not forget about that.
Saul and Pidgey?
Not only are all over the next week or two are we meeting prospective Boob Camp, breast male man boob reduction individuals and liposuction wannabe people. But we also have to remember that I would like to play Meet My Parents. I would like to play Meet My Folks.
With Saul and Pidgey.
With Saul and Pidgey. Now, that means, of course, that we have to find 3 ladies out there that are willing to date the we.
Wow.
Now, do we get to pick these women?
I don't think we'll have a lot to choose from. Pick implies that we have a lot of women that will be applying to not only date the women, but also are willing to meet and talk with Saul and Pidgey.
I think that's the selling
I'm not
point.
willing to sit and talk with Saul and Pidgey.
Have you ever met Saul and Pidgey?
No! We've talked to Pidgey on the phone.
Yes, I know that.
I haven't met Saul, but I hear Saul every day through the words that women uses.
That's true. True.
We just heard him this morning with the word angst. It caused a lot of angst. I don't even know what angst, how you use it. It caused a lot of angst among somebody else in the penthouse.
Ooh.
Oh, did it really? That's unfortunate. But ladies out there, yes. What are we offering? We have to offer a lot, by the way. Just
as the prize?
Just getting free
Besides
dates.
him?
Just getting free dates and dinners or whatever the case may be. Paying for everything as far as going out with the women is not going to be nearly enough. We have to offer, like, trips.
Well, that's what they do.
You can take with your girlfriend. No, not that one that you can take with Freddie Wee. It's got to be ones that they can go on with their friends.
So the light at the end of the tunnel is a trip without women.
We got to offer something, is what I'm saying.
I guess going on with women's no prize. You're right.
All right, let me open the phone lines and see if there's any takers right now just on what we're saying as far as the prospect of playing Meet My Folks. And the folks, of course, are the parents of Jimmy Fred Weeman. Yes, they're Saul and they're Pidgeys. 1-866-663-T-Man. Keep in mind, the Weeman has had no luck. Just no luck in the social world over the past 9-10 years.
Maybe this will be his time.
He kind of peaked freshman year of high school.
But this will be good because Saul and Pidgey will be able to help pick out somebody for him. Right?
Again, the number 1-866-663-T-Man. You're on the air.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm willing to date Fred Weeman.
And willing to meet Saul and Pidgey?
Oh, yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 24.
What's wrong with you?
Oh, well, I've met Weeman before, so I know what I'm getting into.
Where'd you meet Weeman?
One time I went down to the station.
Oh, yeah? What'd you come down here for?
It was Terry Free was out.
Terry Free was out?
Yeah, she wasn't in the studio that day, so you just needed a female presence.
The only day Terry Free was not in the studio is the day she walked out on us.
No, my father passed away.
Oh, and your dad passed
Yes.
away? What were you down here for? That wasn't too long ago. How come I don't remember you? How come you're not memorable?
Oh, nice.
That hurts.
What did you come down here for?
I just came down there for female presence.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I guess.
Do you remember?
I don't remember
that either.
Look at Weeman throwing his thumb up. Yeah, I remember. We had good conversation.
It shouldn't be somebody he's already met.
I agree with Stephen.
Wait a minute, you remember this girl? Was she your type? What?
I don't know what answer to give you. Because,
Why do you have to make everything a project? Just answer the freaking question.
yes, I remember her.
And?
She was hot.
She was?
Yes. There was 2 girls that came in that week. Ariola,
How does he
who
know?
I don't want.
Yeah. Yes.
Just because she's too tall for me. And this other
How tall are you, love?
I'm 5'4".
5'4".
Wow,
Just touches the top of the cutoff line, because Wayman, you know, is 5'5".
and a half.
He likes to throw it in the half, but there's no half to be found.
It's the hair when it's long.
It's gelled up, straight up.
But this is something you want to do.
Oh, yeah.
Voluntarily.
Sure.
Are you more interested in dating him or the trip we may give you at some point?
I don't know yet.
All right, hang on. Put it on hold.
I don't know about that.
We
See,
need
I kind of
takers.
agree with Stephen. I think they should be people he has never even met.
We can't be picky here.
All right.
We don't. If we had a lot to choose from.
Put her on the, on the back burner.
You're on the air. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, so far it's her and this guy. That's all we have.
Well, if he's met this guy, he's out too.
Yes, sir. What do you got?
Hey, I'm not giving a guy a hair transplant.
Mm-hmm.
You want him, Jake?
There are a lot of procedures, of course.
Breast reduction. How about hair transplants?
Well, we're offering 3 procedures, all right?
Yes.
There are, thousands of procedures we could offer, and of course somebody's going to be left out. I'm sorry, Baldy, that you don't fit into any category that we're offering this year's Boob Camp. We're offering more situations than ever before. So, still, the case is going to be that some people are going to be left out, and I'm sorry. But there will be no hair transplants available.
It's too bad, because him and the women sounded like a match made in heaven. Probably would have really hit it off.
Again, the number is 1-866-663-T-Man. We will need 3 ladies, by the way, if we're going to play this Meet My Folks. It could be a huge disaster. I'm setting myself up for a major, just torturous type situation when we have to talk to women's parents, talk to women on like somewhat of a regular basis for that day that we play Meet My Folks.
And are we actually bringing Saul and Pidgey in and sitting down with them?
I don't think
That'd be
so.
fun.
Maybe we'll have them like on some recording somewhere. You're on the air. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, these are the options so far.
Wow.
The first girl who's already met women and 2 guys. Yes, sir.
Hey, I got an issue with my girlfriend and my ex.
All right. Yeah, have them both come down for Meet My Folks and we'll figure it out. You're on the air. Hello? Hello? We'll take you. Hang on.
Yeah, that person's good.
It's perfect, because when you have a conversation with the women, that's all you get to say anyway.
Again, the number 1-866-663-T-Man. We're looking for women to apply to play Meet My Folks. You're on the air. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Am I on the air?
That's what we need, a 9-year-old boy.
Somebody you can beat in hoops, one-on-one.
How about we'll give you a CD just for applying?
You're on the air. If you just call now, we'll give you stuff. Just call. You're on the air.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd be willing to date him.
See, this bothers me now, because this...
Why?
I can tell this one is hot.
Well,
Just by the sound of her little cutesy voice.
I think it was the CD that you offered.
What's your name?
Oh, no. My name?
Yeah.
It's Annie.
Annie kind of ruined it. Annie, get your gun. Annie, how old are you, love?
I'm 23.
Yeah? What's going on in your life?
Oh, not a lot. I actually just got out of a relationship not
haven't
that
we
long
all?
ago.
Yeah, how long was that relationship?
Oh, about 6 months, I guess.
Mm-hmm. What went wrong there?
It turned out he was cheating on me, and that just wasn't going to work.
And you broke it off immediately.
Wow.
Exactly.
How did you find out he was cheating on you? What evidence did you gather, or did you catch him in the act?
I actually caught him in the act.
You did?
Oh.
All right. What did you catch him doing exactly? Having sex?
Mm-hmm.
You caught him having sex where? Were you guys living together inside of a 6-month relationship?
No. He actually had invited me over, and I told him I couldn't come over because I was working. And then I got off work early and went over.
Surprise! Yeah, you went over his place, and what happened?
And he'd given me a key because, actually been just recently given me a key. And it's kind of like that song. I guess he forgot that he gave me the key.
Right.
And I walked in.
And where were they?
Oh, they were on the couch.
Mm-hmm. Who was on top?
Actually, she was.
She was on top? Did he know this girl or no?
What?
Did he know this girl or no?
Actually, I didn't know her.
You didn't know her. Strange girl. You said she was on top, right?
Yeah.
Strange girl just riding like a bandit on the way out of town on your man, huh?
That was pretty much it.
Was she hotter than you?
No, not at all.
Oh, they never are.
They never are.
Of course not.
Did she have bigger breasts than you?
No, I don't think so. I didn't really get a very good glimpse of her because, quite honestly, I saw that. That was all I needed to see.
But the glimpse that you got told you all you needed to know as far as her being uglier than you are.
Yeah, well, you know what? Of course she's uglier than me.
Now, where do you rank on the T-Man scale?
I'm probably up there.
Where?
I don't know. I think I should let you decide.
Well, you just give me an idea. I can't tell over the phone.
Well, give me the scale again, just so I remember.
Doable. $50. Need I go any further?
Oh, keep going.
Daddy done good.
I just like to hear him say it, because I just like it when he starts with, bruh.
Daddy should have his penis bronze. Player's choice.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, Daddy should have his penis
Now,
bronze.
Daddy should have his penis bronze nice piece of ass.
Yeah,
Pretty solid,
high
right?
up there.
Thank you.
Is that what you're telling me you are?
Of course.
Hmm.
I'm
But
not going to go
remember,
through the
she's-
humiliation of coming all the way down there to have you tell me I'm broke.
I wouldn't do that. Now, I think she has a nice outgoing personality.
Uh-huh.
She's scarred, Terry.
Yes.
She's perfect for meeting my folks with the women.
She's never met women.
I've never even seen this woman, and I
Right.
can already tell she's perfect, Terry.
What's the longest relationship you've been in there?
3 years in high school.
3 years?
No, it was 2.
2 years.
Yeah.
How many men have you had sex with in your life?
I'd rather not say.
All right, well, then I'll say. You whisper it, then I'll say it.
Okay, just between you and me,
Yes,
T-Man.
how
No
many?
one else.
How many?
Just between.
Like I said,
You
rather
shouldn't
not
have to-
say.
You shouldn't have to say unless it's in the 70s or something, or unless it's over 40 or so. Just is it double digits? Just tell me that.
Yes.
It is. Cool, man. See, now I want to play Meet My Folks.
You have a girlfriend.
That's right.
Remember?
I forgot.
Well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Hang on, all right?
All right.
All right.
Will Pidgey think 23 is too young, though?
I don't think Pidgey's going to care at
yeah.
this point,
Yeah,
man.
that's
Pidgey
probably
just
true.
wants him to have body heat
That's
and walk
good.
erect.
That's a good
Right.
point.
Can't be picky if you're Pidgey. Son has had no trace of a girlfriend for the past 10 years.
Oh.
So this Meet My Folks thing is going to happen?
Looks like it.
Jeez. All right, I guess we need one more applicant. We'll just pick one up later.
The T-Man. Do you have any mental problems, sir?
You're listening to the Best of T-Man. The T-Man will be back on live in no time. Now more of the Best of T-Man.
My next question comes from Christine, who is on the phone.
Oh, jeez.
You love him, don't you?
This program start already? Is the world ready for the Dr. Phil show?
I don't know.
It's the Dr. Phil show. I thought they abolished that Nashville network. Yeah. This is the Nashville network personified, Terry. Mm-hmm. Dr. Phil, does he just come out? Does he just surrender and come out with the overalls with the paintbrush in his hand, or no?
No, still in the suit and tie.
Corn cob pipe.
My next question comes from Christine, who is on the phone.
Oh, she's on the phone. It's new technology that I've discovered recently.
Christine, what's your question?
Hi, Dr. Phil. First of all, I just want to tell you I think you're the best.
Well, could we say that again? We missed part of that.
Yes, we're trying to build an audience. Who's writing his material? I didn't know he had such a sense of humor, Terry. This show is going to go gangbusters right to the top of the rating charts.
Oprah's just shaking her head.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What did I do?
Oprah created a monster.
Well, could we say that again? We missed part of that.
You're the best. All right, here's my question. Dr. Phil, my daughter was the perfect child growing up. An athlete, a scholar, the star of the family.
Oh.
At 21 years...
She obviously got it from you.
At 21 years
be a
of
star.
age, she told me how much she liked boys.
Oh.
And after graduating from an Ivy League college, and oh, by the way, she and I were always very close while she was home. And after she graduated from an Ivy League college at age 23, she moved in with another woman and began a lesbian relationship.
Ow! One of them mutuation situations, Terry.
Yes.
And the mom is just beside herself in middle America.
Mm-hmm. She is.
Not in our home do we produce a woman who becomes a lesbo.
Well,
Dr. Phil, help us.
Before Dr. Phil, who would she have called?
Which doctor?
She would have just had to deal with it.
Do you think this is her form of rebelling since she never rebelled before?
Oh, jeez.
First off, you believe that she's not really gay? Is that what you're telling me?
You know, I didn't see any signs of it earlier. Is homosexuality a learned behavior? Can you unlearn it?
Yeah, you got to take a class.
It's called Homosexuality 101.
Right.
Well,
I think she got into a wrong group. They decided to experiment with sex, and I that's what I think.
Gay phone operator, have you been running with the wrong crowd?
Oh, boy.
That's all explained now.
Jeez. It's a cult, Terry. You drink some weird punch, and then all of a sudden you want a guy named Chip.
Well, so you think...
This is a daughter she has, right?
Yes, star
Yes.
of the family.
Scholar, athlete,
They were so close.
She went to an Ivy League school. Those Ivy League schools, everyone comes out gay. Right. It's all those electives they choose.
Well, so you think it is learned, and it's interesting you said she got in with the wrong group.
Well, I'm asking you, is it learned? I don't know. I'm here to learn. I don't know everything for sure.
All right, well, let me tell you what I think, and I'm not telling you I'm the repository of all knowledge here.
Oh, jeez. I once had to take one of those repositories, Terry. I didn't like it at all. I don't know how he became one.
All right, well, let me tell you what I think, and I'm not telling you I'm the repository of all knowledge here. Do some people experiment with this sort of thing and they're not really gay? Yes. Do some gay people who aren't really heterosexual experiment with that from time to time? Of course they do. But no, I don't think being gay is learned behavior. I think you are pre-wired in that way, and I think if she is not really gay, then she will gravitate away from that. If she is, then she will find her place in that life and in that community.
See, actually there, Dr. Phil has finally said something that's right on. For all these years, talking nonsense and gibberish.
Yes.
I completely have to agree with that assessment on homosexuality. You know by the time you're like 6 years old.
Right.
At 5, 6 years old, first grade, I fell in love with Mrs. Caney. And used to touch her on her body. I did. She had to tell me to stop. I had to have a letter sent home that I got to stop touching Mrs. Caney.
You got a letter sent home?
That's right.
Oh, my God.
I took one of those repositories, Terry. I was all good.
But the important thing is you just love her through that. What difference does it make?
Oh.
Okay.
I mean, you just...
Well, Dr. Phil, I'm from Middle America. I ain't loving crap.
Right.
That's gay. All right, we have disowned her as of now that you told us that she's truly gay.
Oh, boy.
And I think you're a traitor, Dr. Phil, because all of Middle America was about to support your show.
That's Oprah in Chicago rubbing off on him.
But
he didn't
we
think that.
don't accept those queers out here.
Okay.
I mean, you just...
Oh, the audience is going wild for Dr. Phil! They love the show! They love it! He's great!
I think you've got to not be judgmental about it. You're saying wrong crowd. I guess you mean if they're gay, that's a wrong crowd. I don't believe that's true at all. I think that gay people don't make a choice. They don't make a lifestyle. That's an orientation that they inherit. I mean, it just comes to them in that way. And I think you need to love her and accept her independent of that. Do you have a follow-up question?
Yeah.
Yes, Dr. Phil, are you still planning that trip to Arkansas? Because we're polishing the shotgun right now.
Do you have a follow-up question?
Yeah, I guess why is, through our love and support, she's not satisfied with that. She says she still can't open up to us because we don't approve of her lifestyle.
Okay, that's a completely different question, but it goes back to the one common denominator. She's right. You are being judgmental of her lifestyle.
Right.
And I'll tell you something.
Yep.
Think about this. How painful would it be for you
if I was picked up for another 13 episodes?
Oh, boy.
We had to hear that voice. Right. Imagine.
What do you think he's about to say? Let's fill in the blank.
Think about this. How painful would it be for you...
David Kilbreth.
If I stuck a fire poker in your eye.
Oh, jeez.
Think about this. How painful would it be for you...
I just got...
If I put a suppository in sideways.
Why are we sticking things anywhere?
Cherry free. I gave you ample time. You are going to fill in the blank.
Not even ready.
Straight stick.
Yeah.
Think about this. How painful would it be for you...
Cherry free.
If...
There you go. That's a great one. I loved it.
If Terry had to come up with something on the fly.
Right.
That's how painful it'd be.
It's pretty painful.
It is.
This was the best.
Now, the first woman to come down to apply for Boob Camp, we've seen a trickling over the past month or two here or there, but not really officially inside of the interviews for Boob Camp. Do I have the email that she originally sent in that got her the interview?
I gave it to Pasty, but I have a copy right here for you.
All right.
Oh, good.
Does that mean you have to bring it in here? Oh, geez, here he comes.
Opening the
No,
door.
I don't need it that bad. Get back. Back. Throw it at me. Throw it at me.
Make an airplane.
Let's see what we got here. Her name is Katie.
Katie?
Well, it says Katie in quotations. Does that mean it's not a real name?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, all right. We'll find out.
Good email.
I'm in the mood to read.
Oh.
kind of like high school.
Wait a minute. What I want you to do, since we did get a surplus, believe it or not, yes, a lot of women did call for this meet my folks thing with Saul and Pidgey.
Wow.
But that doesn't mean anything. We could, announce, hey, we're thinking on Friday morning of having men come down and we'll beat their balls with a hammer. People would line up. We can do anything here.
You're so good for my self-esteem once again.
We can do anything here, and people will volunteer. Yes. A lot of women did call up volunteering to play Meet My Folks and date the women and have the women's parents judge them and see if any kind of match can be made here. Let's bring down 4 or 5 women on Friday, because that's the day they're coming in, Friday afternoon, right? Friday morning, have a couple of 4 or 5 women come down of all shapes and sizes.
But should he get to meet them?
From all walks of life. We'll blindfold women on that morning.
Yeah.
Oh.
He shouldn't get to meet them until the date.
It'll be like every morning. We'll blindfold him, and we'll talk with them, and we'll pick 3 of them. We'll pick 3 ladies that play Meet My Folks.
All right.
Man, if you get laid in all this,
I
which
will
you
thank
probably
you.
should.
I will thank you.
We are setting you up, Jimmy Fred Weeman, for a slam dunk, have sex with a listener type situation.
This is more for my parents than for me.
Yeah, but that's not what it should be about. It should be about finding him a life partner.
Okay.
Okay, fathom that.
We don't work miracles, all right? That's all I can say.
Jeez.
By the way, when you left Terry yesterday at 10:01,
yes.
which you typically do, Weeman was going off on you. I don't know if you're aware.
What did you go off on me about this time?
You want to share with her why you went off on her? In your little tirades, in your tiny little rants that you have? We have to be subjected to you going off on Terry Free, and you can't do it to her personally?
Well, she was gone.
So why didn't you call me?
Tell her your problem. Tell her your issues.
I was disappointed, and I vented because I had recently sent out an email regarding a cousin of mine who unfortunately has been diagnosed with MS. And I sent it to everyone in the show, and Steven has already donated some money for a bike race that she had. Hotshot emailed me, can I write a check? T-Man emailed me and said, I'd be happy to do this. When I get back from my vacation, please let me know, and I'll take care of it. And I did not hear anything from you. And then Scott had told me that he had asked you, and you said you weren't going to do it. So, I mean, it's your prerogative not to help, and that's fine. But I remember probably about a year ago, or a little less than a year ago, when Darius, your son, was selling some sort of cookies. You didn't give us the option of whether or not we wanted to buy it. You basically said to us, I'm putting you down for $20, give me money. You wrote our names down. You didn't even give us an option of whether or not we wanted to help, which we all would have helped. You know, I buy Girl Scout cookies. I donate to charities for people around here. I was a little hurt, and I was disappointed.
See, I like the way you did it yesterday. Yesterday you were screaming. You were angry.
Really mad.
Well, I was mad.
Today you're just kind of civilly talking. That's not fun.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. If you want to explain it to her that way, that's fine. But it's just not as interesting.
Well, I was mad.
I'm kind of bored now.
You were waiting for some flailing arms.
We would like some response, Terry. That actually is legitimate. You told Hotshot you're not going to donate to his. I think it's a pretty worthy cause.
I was just reminding everybody yesterday, Jimmy needs the money.
And he is kind of right. When you come in with something for your kids, you don't even give anyone an option. It's like, I put you down for $50. I put you down for $20. I put you down for $15. You just walk around telling people that they have to donate.
I had 2 huge things of cookies in my freezer for 8 months that I would never eat. That a family of 50.
You make a good point, Jimmy. And how much would you like?
I don't want any money now. It should be something that you want to do.
No, and you said, I just told you, Jimmy, you made a good point.
Whatever you feel that you can afford to give.
But that's not what it should be about. Shouldn't be about you being on the spot and all of a sudden you decide I have to give now.
Well, no,
I don't want that kind of money.
No, jeez.
I mean, you could give $5, you can give $500, whatever you can afford, but it's the thought that
But now
counts.
You want nothing.
I don't want anything.
All right, then.
I don't. I was very
happy to hear that.
No, I thought of you as
the thing is, I can't make him happy any way I do it.
You thought of her as a warm person, and now you realize she's a cold, sniveling cheapskate. Is that what you're trying to say?
I thought it was selfish. Yes. And a little hypocritical.
And that bad things happen to people like that. So when something really bad, traumatic happens, you can think of the karma that was coming from you not offering to be a part of the foundation that the Weeman is starting for his cousin.
Right. I believe in karma, yes. And I just don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense to me.
And you can sit back and laugh at all the bad karma that's going to happen to me now.
No, it's not even a matter of that, Terry. I mean, you could turn this on me, but this is really about you. It has nothing.
Yes, it is. And it's amazing to me how all of a sudden when you want something from me, Jimmy, you all of a sudden turn really nice and so sweet. But the whole any other time, you dog me, cut me down because I'm a single parent.
Terry's brought up an interesting issue here.
And then turn around and all of a sudden, I have a family member who's diagnosed, and it
very
is.
fair. All of a sudden, very fair.
All of a sudden. So then you get angry at me when I say, sorry, I'm not going to help out.
You do take little shots, maybe not so little, at Terry, very often about her being a single mom. I
don't have a problem with her being a single mom. Do you want my philosophy?
Raymond, please, every day.
Every day, my ass.
It would almost be hypocritical if Terry were to say, let me donate to you, you nice guy, you. It would almost
It's not going to me.
Hypocrisy if she were to do it. Is going to you because you're the one sending out the email and you're the one who is spearheading this whole situation. She has to give the money to you. She has made a great point.
She could have went directly to the website for multiple sclerosis. I would have given my cousin's name, was on the email, and she could have. I wouldn't have even had to have known.
Maybe if you were a little nicer and not such a sniveling person.
Well, if she doesn't think I'm nice, then why did she come to me telling me I was giving her money for her son?
How long ago was it? And have I ever come to you again?
Yeah, that's back when she liked you.
Yeah, before she knew any better. When you first
when
got
you
here.
liked her too,
Yeah,
probably.
I don't have a problem with single
How
mothers.
long ago was that you asked that you made him give you money for that? About a year ago?
More than that.
More
That was
than
more
that.
than a year
It was
ago.
more than
a
that
year ago.
because
So, all of a sudden, Terry has bolstered
Good job,
this
Terry.
argument tremendously. She did this back when you first started, when she thought you were like a cool guy.
Right.
Now she realizes much different. And why should she give you money when day after day you make little snide remarks about her
every
being...
day.
Should I go to other stories about charities then with Terry?
Whatever you want to do to salvage
there was a
yourself
story
now.
where she promised someone that she would give him
Sean
money for a
Shannon,
charity,
$100,
and then she
and I
wrote a
have
note
not-
saying that she wasn't going to give it to them.
No, I did not. I told him. I actually talked to Sean Shannon about this.
Charity is something you either do or you don't want to, and that's your. If you don't have the money to do it, it's the thought. It could be 3 cents, $3. That's it. You
And
make a
kindness
nice
to people,
living.
being nice to people every day should be an everyday thing. But you can't even muster that with me. I can't even ask you a simple question, Jimmy.
Ask me a question.
No, is that
Ask me
not
anything
true?
you like.
Anytime I ask Jimmy or make a comment.
Ask him a simple question. Go ahead. You can do it.
Are you having a good day?
I'm having a fine day. I can't
See,
wait.
listen-
My folks
listen-
are coming.
No,
at the
you
end of
single
the
mom wench. Leave me alone.
But listen to his attitude when he answers the question.
But that's the thing.
All right, I think we understand more now, and I'm glad you were here to tell your
So-
side, Terry. Give him nothing.
And I think
Listen,
let his cousin
I want to
suffer.
get into this whole single mother thing because I'm tired of having the stigma. You want me to get into my whole opinion of this?
No.
No one cares. Trust
We
me.
all know already.
And if she would have donated 3 cents, you would have had a problem with that. A bigger problem.
You'd have ripped her.
Totally ripped
Exactly.
her. She's making so much money, and she gives me 3 cents.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure she splurges on Darius.
But you can see both sides of the story.
Okay, we all get
That's
along great
special.
here. What do you think? If you never understood how we're the ringleaders of the dysfunctional family, maybe you have a little bit more of a window now.
In your heart, you know he's right. The T-Man Show.
Question. Your husband's on national television. You're not listening to the show?
I'll listen to it, but
All right, this is just painful. I didn't see it, but Terry, I can imagine this was just painful to watch. And maybe I'm biased because I have my hillbilly issues with Dr. Phil.
Right? Yeah.
I think he is just fraudulent in a lot of situations. I mean, I understand he has some training and he breaks down a lot of issues, but I don't know. I think he's trying to challenge me as the title holder of the Burning Bush. That's just not going to happen, Terry. No suspending wearing hillbilly is going to take that from me.
Okay. All right.
Stupid little show with his dumb little jokes.
You're not listening to the show?
I'll listen to it, but
Your husband's on national television, beating all odds for butt munch people in Iowa.
Your husband's on national television. You're not listening to the show?
I'll listen to it, but ask me again.
The question,
and his wife just sounds like Minnie Pearl. I don't remember who that is, but I just remember she went, howdy! Is that Minnie Pearl?
I think
Yes.
so.
Oh, goody.
Did she have that tag hanging off her hat?
Minnie
Yeah,
Pearl.
she did.
Yeah.
We're Dr. Phil's wife. Wear that for a week, and then we return it. You know the drill.
The question, well, actually, there was a statement at first. You are so strong and clear.
I didn't hear that.
Let me emphasize that. But the question is, am I the same way at home? And what's it like to live with Dr. Phil? Now, she's not Mike, because she didn't know this, but well, you got a boom on her. All right.
Yeah, whatever. This is so improv. Yeah, Dr. Phil was just doing it all off the cuff. Nothing was planned out on this spontaneous show. Well, you're not Mike. We're just doing this on the fly.
What's it like to live with Dr. Phil? Now, she's not Mike, because she didn't know this, but you got a boom on her. All right.
Okay, what's it like to live with Dr. Phil?
Read off the cue cards. Go ahead.
I will say, as a husband, sweetest man in the world. Absolutely a precious man. Very good.
But boy, does he suck in bed.
I will say he would never allow anyone to mess with me or the boys.
I don't need this. That's what the show was. This is his day 1 or day 2? Which one?
2,
Day
I believe.
two?
Yes.
I think it was day 2.
Oh, I can't wait for day 3.
Edge of our seats.
I gotta buy a second TiVo as a backup because I'm afraid the first one may malfunction, Terry.
Oh, yeah.
Terry, I have Boob Camp ladies waiting outside.
I know you do.
I'm ready to meet our first potential contestant to be a part of this year's Boob Camp, and she wants the very, very regular procedure of breast enlargement. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're offering man boob reduction this year. We're offering liposuction, and we're offering breast augmentation.
Feel very safe, very protected.
Of course you do.
Up here, I think he's brilliant. I do.
Up where?
I've known this man for 30 years, and I still am amazed.
Someday I'm going to have a wife, hopefully real soon, Terry, have kids. I don't think one day out of my life, my kids, my wife, my mom, my dad have ever considered or ever consider me brilliant. It'd be nice.
Yes.
At anything, right?
But how could they when I don't feel like I come close?
But if they were put on the spot like that on TV.
Brilliant is a large term.
Yes. It's a lot of admiration.
Is Katie ready to come in? Katie from Puyallup, Terry.
Oh, goody.
Who? Don't bring her in just yet. Bring her by the door.
Put a leg in.
Yes, have her stick a leg in. I like when they stick a leg in first. She moved here from Detroit 4 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Because she was running with the wrong crowd.
Oh.
She was partying too much. So she had to get away. You know what that translates to? Her reputation got so soiled. She was screwing everyone. She was the town slut, so you have to move somewhere completely different to have a clean slate.
Right.
Let me see the leg. Stick it up higher. Yeah. It's brilliant.
He's been for 30 years, and I still am amazed at what he does up here.
Whatever.
But when he comes home and he comes to that door, he walks in, he's helpless. He is totally helpless. Totally helpless. It's like, now, where do we keep the ice?
She sounds like she's 70.
Yeah, she does. But
What'd she look like? She was decent looking?
She's pretty, yeah.
I thought she was pretty
She's
too.
got...
Say when you watched it?
Yeah.
You're a regular, you're a religious follower of Dr. Phil?
I wouldn't say regular. I just had to check it out.
Mm-hmm.
dark
Definitely
hair, pretty.
married up, way up.
Yeah, he did.
Right.
You know where her son's got the look.
She's that good looking?
She's, yeah, for an old
Well,
woman.
he's not. That's
Where are my socks? Where do we keep my socks? It's like, okay, again, the ice is in the freezer. Your socks are in your sock drawer.
Stephen, does Amy call you brilliant?
wouldn't think so. No.
Oh, Stephen had a great line on the program this morning. His brilliant shine through.
Right.
Did you marry up?
Yes.
No question.
But then, again, I don't want him going to the sock drawer. Because you don't want him dressing himself.
This is just painful television.
Yeah, it was
this
very
this
painful.
went on and on.
Yes.
Yeah. Could they have, like, had him walk off the set of the show when it was done yesterday and just been like, that was a great one, Dr. Phil. Great job. This is going to be a blockbuster bonanza type rating gathering type show.
You need to have your wife on every day.
Right. That improv with your wife, it was brilliant. Is that what they're telling him? Are they telling him how great this was?
Oh, of course they are.
Should have been telling him we were considering putting on reruns of Tom and Jerry. Remember Tom and Jerry?
Of course.
That's how bad it was.
Because you don't want him dressing himself.
She's still rambling?
He looks like he fell into the laundry basket, and he just comes out. How do I look? Not good.
Okay.
Blue, black, green, gray.
All right.
Oh, my God. It's like, oh, my God. And, I want to ask you something now that I have some help here.
Oh, jeez.
What's up with the clay?
What clay? What are you talking
You
about?
don't play tennis every day on clay.
I would have hanged myself by now.
The news coming down. You want to just put it on.
Yes.
Well, people in the South do their own routine.
Let's bring in Katie, please. Katie feels like she's flat-chested because she played sports all through high school. Now, last I checked, playing sports doesn't, prevent you from getting breasts, does it? Is there any correlation between being a real serious athlete-type female and not being able to maximize your potential in the breastal region?
I played sports all through high school, and I got big ones.
Right! Now, do we have a theme? This is our first contestant. This is our first perspective to come down here. I wanted a theme song. I know it's a little on the fly, but this is what you've come up with so far?
I don't know. No?
How about we give it to Dr. Phil? What do you say?
Yeah, that'll be his new theme.
Yes. Why would you come up with this?
Well, because it's like a boob camp. It's like a boot camp, It's military. Not really.
I keep working on it.
Okay, I'll keep working on it.
So far, the best we have is this.
The Boob Camp. Starring
The Boobs.
The Bachelor.
That was brilliant!
That's great music, though.
To the point, succinct.
Right.
Katie's here.
Hello.
Katie looks like she stands around 5'6". Is that accurate?
5'8".
5'8".
Without shoes on.
Mm-hmm. Katie's pretty in a natural Detroit kind of way.
Oh my gosh.
She motored in. You manage an apartment complex, correct?
Yes.
You do well with that?
Yes, I do.
Free rent.
All the people that live in your little situation there are happy tenants?
Of course.
They can, and you're wearing a tank top to try to reveal how sorry your situation is. And there's no doubt, it is obscene. It's an outrage.
So much better.
That a woman who is in her 20s now is walking around waiting for us to bless her with the gift of Boob Camp to get her into a state that's respectable. You scrounge, you save, you gather every penny. You panhandle if you have to get yourself out of that situation. Oh, where are the breasts? Where are they?
I wish I had them. I don't know what to say.
And the people who live in your building can tolerate that?
They have given notice.
They don't have to put raincoats over their head when they leave their building to walk to their cars, knowing that their building is run by a lady who has not a trace of boob to be found.
I pay the rent late. What's the flat girl going to do? Push over.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, the flat-chested ones are the sticklers. So.
Now you think... Yeah, they're all angry. You think because you played sports so actively, when you grew up in Detroit, that's where you grew up?
Yep.
It's because of that you are flat-chested today.
I think so. All the females in my family have C's or D's. So.
So you have to justify why you didn't get that type of genetic windfall as far as you're concerned, and you've justified it as far as sports.
Yes, I wanted them. They just didn't come.
Right.
So.
What kind of sports did you play? You played a lot of what?
Softball and figure skating.
Softball. You play a lot of softball, 15, 16, 14. It could prevent you from getting breasts?
I played from the age of 5 to 18.
That's bull crap.
I think so, too.
You're giving me bull crap. Why don't you just accept I'm flat-chested because that's the way the Lord obviously intended it to be. And now I'm going to go against his blueprint.
Yes, I want
And you're
more.
going to give me boobs, T-Man. That's my ask. That's my request of you.
Yes, I want more to play with.
I don't know if I can go against the Lord. He's pretty brilliant. Can anyone come on and tell me that there's any medical foundation for a woman claiming that she has no breasts because she played sports?
Well, she was the
It
catcher and
changes
had
your
that thing.
hormones.
It changes your hormones?
Well, I've heard that, women missing their periods and such when they're very athletic, but not breasts.
I didn't develop what I had until I stopped playing sports, nor did I get my period till then either.
One can maybe find a correlation between losing your period and losing a little of your femininity. And when you lose a little of your feminineness, you may lose out on a little growth spurt. So maybe there is something to this. So all women who are contemplating playing sports that are 13, stop! It's not going to be worth it. You're going to turn out like a desperate Katie who moved here from Detroit. And you say you moved here from Detroit because you were partying too much, which translates to your reputation had gotten so horrifying to you.
No, and actually, you were saying
your reputation had gotten so soiled that you had to leave town. Happens all the time with women.
See, now you were talking earlier about girls not losing their virginity all through high school, and I didn't lose mine until I was 19. So, well, it probably had to do with me not having boobs.
Terry just read a story yesterday saying that Detroit is the syphilis capital of the world.
Yes.
I know, that's so gross.
You obviously added to that. No! And now you're running for cover.
No, I'm STD free.
And now you could be the good girl here in Seattle. Is that your plan?
You blew my cover.
Well, just looks-wise, as far as I'm concerned, Katie completely qualifies for Boob Camp. She's 5'8".
Yes. Thin.
Flat. Desperately in need. Regretting the day she ever picked up an aluminum bat.
Oh, boy.
We can overlook the syphilis, I think, too.
It also says here that you're bisexual. Is that true?
Yes,
and you have a live-in boyfriend? Well, if you have a live-in boyfriend that you've lived with for how long?
We've been living together for about 9 months.
9 months. And what do you need boobs for? He's obviously accepted you. Someone out there likes you.
Well, I want more. It has nothing to do with him. It's what I want.
Of course. The woman's standard retort. The woman's
I pay the bills.
standard response. It's all about me, T-Man. I'm doing this for me. It has nothing to do with anyone else. I'm doing it for me. Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, it's better than doing it for someone else instead of myself.
You're doing it for you.
Yes.
Nobody else but you.
Me.
So if you were on a desert island and there was no one around and there was no chance of you being saved anytime in the future, you would still want breast augmentation?
Oh, yeah. I play with them all the time.
You'd sit there on the island playing with them.
Yep.
Wouldn't need Wilson.
Yeah. You should write Wilson across her breast. Wilsons!
The Wilson twins.
Wilson Phillips. That's what you do.
Yes.
And it also says here that you're bisexual and you bring home ladies to have sex with you and your boyfriend. Is that true?
Yes, it is.
Well, how Detroit? How Seattle? How everywhere? Man. See, I don't know if I'd even want my girlfriend to bring home other girls to have sex with us. I'd rather cheat on her. I don't know.
Once in a while.
Honestly, when I first heard it, it sounded so cool. And now that I'm thinking about it a couple of seconds later, I'm not sure if I want to be sitting there watching TV. My girlfriend comes home, hey, I brought home Leslie. Let's go upstairs. I don't know. Maybe that puts me in the vast minority, but I don't know if I'd want that.
Well, if it's like a fiance or a serious girlfriend, you probably shouldn't want it. But if it's some, hanging on by a thread type.
No, I think if it's a serious wife or fiance, that's when you want it. Shake it up a little bit.
Okay.
I just don't know.
Well,
but you do that all the time? How often do you do that? How often do you bring a...
Well, we haven't in the last 6 months, but there goes the time frame where...
There was a little period of time.
Yeah, and then we take a break, and then...
Yes. You'll bring home... Unbeknownst to him, or do you give him a little pre-warning saying, hey, tonight I'm going to be on the prowl for some woman that I'm going to bring home for us?
We always go together.
They go on the prowl together.
Yeah.
Well, according to the bio that Weeman put together, it says you would bring home women for you and your boyfriend.
These are girls wherever we're at, if we like a girl where we say something to her, so...
What do you say? Pretend I'm the woman. I'm sitting here, and I'm swizzling my drink. Hang on.
I'm not even joking with you. I walked up to a girl.
Hang on. Let me just get into the girl mode. I'm just playing.
So wrong.
Let me get into the girl mode, and you walk up to me, and you say everything like you would say to that attractive-looking female that you're thinking of bringing home, right? Now, she obviously base who you want to bring home on level of attractiveness, or what?
Yes.
All right, so here I am, all girly.
All girly.
All right. Oh, the drink. I can't say on the radio. That was very fascinating.
Sorry.
But there are some things. Just walk up to me. Okay. Keep it relatively clean. It would be lovely to air that. Trust me. And you just don't say what you said. Pretend I'm her. Do we need some mood music
Apparently
to get her in the mode of we're at the club or wherever you pick up these ladies?
Maybe she needs the flashback.
Yeah.
All right. No, we're not hanging out here. Let me find something else here.
Come
So
on.
it's that kind of bar?
So I have all these cheesy songs in here for all the phone calls we take. No. No. No.
Can't quite see her there.
No. No. No.
Hey, where are the white women at?
No.
Oh, boy. Oh, yeah, right.
It's the Dumpies.
No. I'll tell you what. We're going to take a break, Katie.
Okay.
We're going to come back.
Okay.
And we will be in the club.
Role play.
Is that where do you go to pick up these ladies that you and your boyfriend dabble into?
Wherever.
Wherever. You go out. You
Bowling
live
alley,
where? You live,
club.
it says here, in Puyallup, Washington, correct?
Yes.
Well, you manage a building.
Mm-hmm.
Let people park in your yard.
Mm-hmm. Your hobbies are still sports, and you're open to just about everything, it says.
Anything that's fun.
Mm-hmm. I like that in the Boob Camp contestant.
Try this.
Yes.
Probably the wrong thing to have said.
Katie, I can pretty much tell you are in Boob Camp.
Yay.
All right?
Yay,
But it's not official yet.
Oh, you tease.
It'll be official in a couple of seconds, I'm sure. All right, you want to sit tight?
Yes.
Okay, good.
The T-Man.
So what I'm gonna do is piss and moan like an impotent jerk and then bend over and take it up the tailpipe.
Cube 93.
You're listening to the best of T-Man. The T-Man will be back on live in no time. Now more of the best of T-Man.
All right, Katie's here. Desperately wanting to be placed in Boob Camp. On a scale of 1 to 5, how desperate are you to be in this Boob Camp situation, would you say, Katie?
Is 5 being the most?
5 is being the most.
Well, I would say a 6 then.
Yes, I would have to concur. I mean, your situation is pathetic.
I know.
Mm-hmm. How you've done it all these years, I don't know.
You know, it's a mystery to me, too.
But there are some things about you that are fascinating enough that I think it's more than fair we put her in Boob Camp. She does have a body that would certainly benefit in a major way from breast augmentation. She's tall, she's thin. There's not a trace of a boob anywhere on her body. Turn around. Let me see your back. Oh, there they are. It's bigger than the front.
Her shoulder blades.
She manages a building. She's a flat building manager. Sound familiar, Terry?
Yes, it does. It does.
Yes.
All too familiar.
Give her a yoo-hoo. It's the Terry Free story all over again.
Yep.
You moved here from Detroit, but apparently now I'm learning you've been moving all your life.
Yes.
What are you running from? Why? How could you live in, 6 states all your life?
Yes.
You're from the South. I hear a little twang deep inside there. They try to hide.
Yes, we do. We try to hide it.
Mm-hmm. Where'd you live originally?
Well, I grew up in Detroit. Other than that, I grew up in Louisiana. I've been in Florida, Arizona, and I was born in Kansas.
And again, you pointed out how you desperately had to move away. A lot of desperation in your life from Detroit. Because why? What happened in Detroit you had to get away? If it's not the fact that I claim it's your reputation that got so badly damaged that you ladies get inspired to move. But what was it in your mind?
Well, I had a controlling father, and I partied a little too much and don't remember the summer after graduating, so.
It's another Wally situation. She has issues with her own dad. Do you still talk to him or no?
Oh, of course. I love him much.
But he was controlling to such a degree that you ran away from home, basically.
Yes, but now we're not in the same household, so we get along.
So you get along perfectly. It's amazing how distance, how 9 states between you and him will make the relationship so much more nice and close.
Exactly.
Was he just being protective, or was he just overbearing?
Stephen has asked the question of whether she doesn't have headphones on. Stephen.
Okay.
And he's in his little room upstairs. I'm sure you're dying to meet him. Was he just overprotective, or was he overbearing?
Overbearing. I got grounded from the toast, or I got grounded because my brother didn't cover the toaster, so. Yeah.
Man needs his toast.
I know.
Doesn't want a dirty toaster.
I know. I also got
Too much
grounded
to ask?
for not making vegetables with dinner, so.
Man needs his veggies.
I know.
Man needs some goodness for his heart.
Yep.
If you're not looking out for your dad's heart, who will be?
I do. I take very good care of him.
But you've learned your lessons.
You take great care of him while you're in Seattle and he's in Detroit, I'm sure.
Well, he got remarried, so he's got her to take care of him now.
Wow. Now he controls her, you think? Do you feel sorry for her? You feel sorry for that woman?
He's whipped. He's big time.
But another fascinating thing that we were getting into is that you and your boyfriend, who I'm sure is controlling you because you find guys that are just like your father, you ran away from home only to be seeking out a boyfriend that'll be just like your father. You're nodding your head yes, like you know this.
He can't be controlling at times.
Oh, wow.
She, in a desperation type move, Terry, had to get away from Detroit, to get away from the controlling father. Only, typical tale, come out here and be looking, hunting, searching for a man that reminds her of Pappy.
Yes. Wow.
Does Pappy know about the bisexual thing?
Oh, no.
You would frown on that?
Yeah.
Because you're originally from the South, is that part of it?
No.
The fact that do you enjoy women more than men, or equal to, or less than?
No, I mean, I enjoy, I like playing
variety.
with them. Yeah, I mean,
you
if
like
I had
playing with them, they're your little toys.
Yes, they're my
to
toys.
exploit them.
Yeah. If I had to choose for the rest of my life, I would choose men.
You would choose men?
Mm-hmm.
Of course you would.
Yeah, of course.
Men could do so much more for you. Control you and have you make veggies. All right. Now, I want to see your approach. I want to see your game plan. I want to see your strategies when you approach a woman in a bar and you tell them that you are interested in taking them home for a threesome with the doofus sitting over at the bar or wherever he is. Is that where does he stays at his distance?
Sometimes not. Sometimes he actually
All right, let's go with one of those nights where you're approaching and he's keeping his distance.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
You show me. I'm the girl again.
Okay.
And now we have found some music that makes low sense. We're in the bar.
Yeah.
Woo!
Hey.
I have a little fruity drink. With an umbrella. I'm looking around like my crap doesn't stink.
Right.
And you walk up to me and you say what?
What is your name?
Hannah.
Oh, hi, Hannah. I'm Katie. Hi.
Oh, you're so flat. Get away. Well, get away. All the guys can't see me now because you're blocking their view.
Well, that's okay. It doesn't matter what they see. It's what I see.
Oh, and what do you see?
Well, I saw you from afar, and my boyfriend over there, who's quite cute, sitting at the bar. We were interested in making things a little wild.
Which one is he? Where is he?
He's the one in the white visor with the blonde hair.
That bumble munch.
I think she's Eminem. Who is this guy?
All right, yeah, I guess he's kind of cute. What do you want from me?
Well, we want to make things a little wild tonight. We were wondering if that would be something you're interested in.
What? I'm a nun. Get away!
It was the first time for everything.
Wow, so a very straightforward thing, huh?
Yes,
That's
I'm very blunt and aggressive.
Very confident sounding, too. In her laid-back approach, it has an air of confidence approaching Hannah, Terry.
Yes.
Telling Hannah exactly, to the point, succinctly, what's going on here.
Yeah. Now, do you generally pick up women who are large-breasted?
To compensate, to overcompensate for what you don't have?
I would say
Great
that
question, Terry.
most of the girls that I've been with have ended up being that way. It's not something I
Yeah, it is
look
something.
at.
Subconsciously,
Well,
it is.
maybe it is.
Yes, it
maybe
is.
it is.
I'm telling you it
Most
is.
of them
Don't give me
usually are
names.
pretty good. So
Pretty voluptuous.
yes.
Well, I'm ready to go back, and I brought my sisters. You saw the movie, right? We can have an eightsome, right?
No.
Orgy time? You wouldn't have more than a threesome? If you could have a threesome, why not throw in a fourth or a fifth?
Well,
Oh, you have the Detroit days.
Right.
Then all of a sudden, Pappy walked in asking for his veggies. So do you approach guys and have threesomes in that fashion, or no?
No, not at all. Not even interested in that.
And when you have this threesome with this boyfriend, are you in love with this guy or what?
Yeah.
Why not?
He's all right.
Whatever you said.
Do you get jealous if he is completely focused on her or no?
We've had some issues with that, but we've talked about it and dealt with it, so we've moved on. We're very open.
You fight all the time with him, don't you?
No.
You are the combative type who's very laid back in a lot of instances, but combative pappy, combative boyfriend, and you and him are going at it all the time.
We're both Irish, so we're both stubborn.
Wow. An Irish contestant, first one through the door. I love people who bring up their background to explain who they are.
Oh, you're Swiss? Oh, he must be a pig.
No! Why did you say so when you walked in the door? We could have saved us all this time. We would have had a complete bio of you just based on the fact you're Irish. I'm going to pour the Lucky Charms right now.
Since your ancestors lived there 300 years ago, it might be a little bit different now.
Well, Katie, and it says here that your name is really not Katie. You don't want to give your real name? That's fine.
No.
She's got a lot to hide.
There's a lot of people who don't know. I keep my work and my personal life very separate. And
flat-chested softball-playing women always have a lot to hide.
You can't trust them. No, I'm
so
just
you're
kidding.
still really good at sports, or what?
Yes,
What do
yes,
you weigh?
I weigh 120.
5'8", 120.
Wow.
Now, should we be taking pictures of these women and put them on the internet, or have the big surprise on Boob Camp Morning, or what's our situation here? How do you see it?
Hot Shot's like, take the picture now.
Put them on. Katie's a very nice-looking, flat-chested woman.
I have a question.
And every time we do this, our third annual Boob Camp, hang on to that question, we always have guys who call up saying, I love flat-chested women, T-Man, don't make them do it.
Right.
What was your question now?
I'm
sorry I don't take questions.
I'm sure you get this
especially
all the time.
from Irish women.
I know. I'm sorry. I know.
Go
I'm
ahead.
taking the lead.
What?
I want to know what you would rate me on your scale.
Oh, jeez.
I know you haven't done it in forever, but I'm curious.
Oh, jeez.
I don't rate flat-chested women.
Oh, okay.
Why waste a good rating?
Okay.
All right. Get some breasts, win Boob Camp, and then you'll be worthy of a very high rating. Let's just put it that way.
Okay.
Just like I don't rate boys,
Well, I hope not.
I don't rate flat-chested women. Falls under the same umbrella
as boys. Same chest, same umbrella.
Yes. But I will tell you, it's been fascinating meeting you, my Mick friend, all right?
Thank you.
We'll see you on Boob Camp Morning, which is October 11th.
Okay.
At a destination to be determined, undisclosed location that only you will know, and others that also will be running around under that roof with not a boob to be found. You're a lovely lady.
Thank you.
Continued success with your building. We'll
My
talk
flat
to you
building.
soon, though. Yes.
Thank you.
It's not even any arches on the building.
Oh.
See if the maintenance guy can do something with your chest, too.
Yeah. He's got a whole toolbox, right? Have him twist, turn, do something.
In your heart, you know he's right. The T-Man Show.
Cube 93.
All the attention that I've received, it's affecting my lifestyle and my family's lifestyle.
Oh.
Sudden fame was apparently a little more than Eunice Stone could handle.
Oh, poor Eunice Stone. You know who Eunice Stone is?
I do.
The Georgia woman who tipped authorities to what she believed was a terrorist plot suffered an anxiety attack
There you go.
and was rushed to a hospital today while on her way to her attorney's office to discuss doing an interview with Inside Edition as well as other news organizations. Her lawyer, Mike Prieto.
I just left her in the hospital. She's had some chest pains and went in for some diagnostic testing.
Very nice. She had such a panic attack. She had to be rushed to the hospital. They go on all these shows, all the so-called experts telling you to be vigilant, check everything out. Any tip that seems insignificant, still report it to some authority so they can check it out. That's exactly what this woman does. Any person who heard the things that she claims she heard and then saw 3 guys looking like Osama bin Laden's butt boys who would have done exactly the same thing, and now she's being condemned for it. Now she's being told she's a racial profiler and a bad person for turning in these guys that turned out to be medical students. Good, I'm glad. It turned out to be a happy ending, but she did exactly what we're told to do. Unfortunately, you can't tell the bad ones from the good ones when you're talking about Middle Eastern individuals. There are a lot of good ones. There are some bad ones. These guys said things that I read her say about bringing something down, and if you thought September 11th was bad, wait for this.
All right.
They checked them out. Medical students. Happy ending.
Yep.
Meanwhile, she's being rushed to hospitals. Her life is turned topsy-turvy.
Panic attacks.
Well, they're trying to make her not seem credible.
Mm-hmm.
We're hoping that she will be released later today.
Meanwhile, those young men, Stone says she overheard talking about that alleged terrorist plot at this Georgia restaurant have had their lives turned upside down, far beyond the 17 hours they spent being detained by authorities on a Florida highway last Friday.
We're medical students. We are not terrorists.
You'll recall.
And we are available for every talk show that wants to interview us.
For a small fee.
Mm-hmm.
Contact our agent.
Yeah.
Right.
Speaking of interviews, it is time to meet Nicole. Nicole is the one who, on a morning-to-morning basis, takes out her bicycle pump and inflates her bra so she can go to work with a little semblance of dignity. Nicole has... Wow. Nicole's pretty hot. Nicole looks like Liv Tyler.
Yeah, she does.
Everyone asked me to describe, and a lot of people ask, can you please compare it to a celebrity that we would know what they look like so we can get a little idea as to what this person looks like that's in the studio? Because we refuse to get a webcam.
Right.
Because trust me, heaven forbid I should walk in front of it.
Right. You don't want to see any of us first thing in the morning, trust me.
That's for
or ever.
sure.
How are you?
I'm good.
Please approach the microphone there.
Thank you.
Let's see what we have here. Your email reads as follows. Dear T-Man, please help me get out of my small-chested misery. I'm a beautiful and intelligent woman. Well, let us be the judge of that. Would you please? Man. She just flipped her hair back when I said that. Is that a nervous habit?
Yes.
I'm a beautiful and intelligent woman, yet I'm so unfulfilled. Or should I say, I'm not well-rounded.
Good one.
It's my dream to be able to walk into Victoria's Secret and buy everything that's slinky with thin material, see-through, so I would have the breasts to fill them out. Huh? Bra shopping almost brings me to tears, T-Man. I have to buy air bra, water bras, thickly padded push-up bras to make myself look somewhat normal in clothing. Let me tell you how embarrassing it is to have someone give you a hug in a quiet room and hear the crackle of air under your bra from the air bra under your shirt.
Wow.
It's true.
It's like guys are going, what, do you got Rice Krispies in there? What the hell's going on? But you claim that with all that's said in this letter, you are still a beautiful and intelligent woman.
I think so.
So the lack of boobs hasn't ruined your self-esteem. You're out.
Oh,
We want only low self-esteem women. The last one, you could tell, had a little bit of a ruined self-esteem due to her flat chest. You are coming across really cocky over there. You would be a lot more empowered if you had breasts.
Yes.
do you want her to become more empowered?
What could you do with that power?
Just feel wonderful.
Just
unstoppable.
feel. Well, how lack of wonderful do you feel when you're describing yourself as a beautiful, intelligent woman?
Well, take the shirt off and there's not much self-esteem there.
And that's when your self-esteem just crashes?
Yeah. It's gone then.
You're fine when you have clothes on.
You have a man in your life or what? Let me read your bio here. You're single.
Mm-hmm.
You're a nurse. You're a 34A. You like to shop.
Yeah.
If you're an A, why even write it? Just put N-A. All right, not applicable.
Women ask them their hobbies, and usually there's like 3, 4, 5 hobbies women will list. She just put shopping.
Just not a Victoria's Secret.
Mm-hmm.
Sums it all up.
And it says you want boobs for self-confidence, and I don't see it lacking enough. I'm sorry. Only self-esteemed, lowered women need apply.
It's not fair because when I have a shirt on, I look normal and everything, and I can trick everybody, and my self-confidence is high. But when it's off, it's gone. It's embarrassing.
You're one of those ramblers. And where do you nurse? So you want to tell us? Do you work at a hospital? Do you work at
hospital.
You work at a hospital?
Yeah.
And what's your department?
I work in cardiac.
Cardiac.
Yes.
Huh?
Very good.
Wow. So when we, if you ultimately win the Boob Camp competition, can we nurse?
You nurse? Me? You want to nurse me?
Never mind.
Oh, my
You
goodness.
brought the air bra. I wanted a demonstration on how you pump up the air bra. Do you have it? Do you have the Schwinn bicycle tire pump or what?
Well, I brought the one that makes the crackling noises, which I don't wear anymore.
Let me see it. Let me put it on.
This is the crackling one.
Let me see.
Tasty?
Wow.
No, this is the crackly air bra. And that one's embarrassing, so I quit wearing it.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Told you.
Well, is it pumped up or not?
No, tell me you wouldn't have.
Can you pump this
no,
up?
No, this is the pump one.
Oh, this is
That's
just
an air.
filled with air.
Yeah, that's the embarrassing
Hey,
one.
let me squeeze it. See what.
Oh, wow, you can hear.
Well, it's not that bad.
In a quiet room, it is.
And up close
you
and
like-
personal.
That gives you low self-esteem.
You gave me a sense it was like the bubble wrap that comes in.
It seems a lot louder when you.
All right.
This is the pump-up one. This one's pretty big. It
Yes.
has these little things that come out right here. And
Yeah, I know how that works. Now, can you show us how you pump it up? Are you doing that right now?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She brought her little
It's a
pump.
small little pump.
The air thing comes out.
I was picturing you like.
Oh, my God.
Remember the days you put your foot on the thing and you pump it up? That's not what you do.
Yeah, your old basketball in the garage.
I don't think you need that big of a pump there.
This little hole comes out right there, and you stick the.
All right, speak for yourself.
Oh, you like that?
Oh, you're pumping it.
Look at that
Oh,
one.
it's filling up with air. Oh, she's getting bigger by the second. Oh, look at her go. Oh, I want her now bad.
And then it just pushes it all
Yeah,
up so you have cleavage.
These are the rigors.
Ah.
These are the rigors you go through
That's
every
about as
morning.
big as it gets.
This is what you have to go
Right
through
there.
every morning to get yourself able to leave the front door.
Well, at work, I really don't care, but if I want to go out and socialize, yeah.
Huh?
See, look at that. That's pretty good.
Yes.
Amazing.
I look normal then.
Yeah, there goes your steam through the roof.
It does. It really does.
Do you have some type of water bra type thing on today, or?
No, this one's just pretty padded.
When you
Yeah.
have sexual intercourse, and I'm
Yeah.
assuming you have in your life,
Yes.
with how many guys?
A couple.
Do you take off your shirt or no?
Yes, in the dark.
In the dark.
Yeah, it'd be nice to be light once in a while. And then I take off my bra real quick so they don't feel all
Well,
the padding.
you're wearing a jacket, so
Okay.
we can't see what's really going on right now, even though you have a padded bra on. We need to see, we need to evaluate, you have to stand up, you have to twirl, you have to spin. Well, that's terrible. That is just not acceptable.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Stephen, you concur?
I concur.
Right.
It's terrible.
So you think Victoria's Secret would sell stuff like this? It's like, you want to keep this a secret. That makes more sense.
Yes.
Sell this kind of stuff.
We just cracked the secret.
Right.
All right, well, I think certainly. How tall are you?
5'7",
And you weigh?
about 120.
I don't know how that's relevant. I just love it.
I love it too.
120?
Yeah.
So far, we've had a 5'8" and a 5'7", both 120.
Everybody's 120 that comes in.
Should have weighed the first one to verify she's 120. Get on the morning show scale. I want to verify she's 120.
No, there's not a scale.
I
Don't
want
do
to.
this
Yes,
to me.
I want to
No.
know. We weigh women in the studio. Yes,
Yeah.
we do.
Yeah,
you want to
you
be in
should.
Boob
Boy,
Camp?
they do.
Make sure
That's
it's on
mean.
0, hotshot.
Okay, these
It doesn't matter.
boots are
You're
like
probably
these
still
now.
in.
We'll take off the boots then.
Yeah.
The boots are like 2 pounds, man.
She's pretty skinny.
So when
Yeah,
she's
she
122,
is.
I think it's going to be less than 120.
I am not 90 pounds.
Yeah, the scale's broken. It says 90 pounds.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She looks like she's less than 120, though.
It says
All right,
90.
you get on it, hotshot.
if she's 90, I need to get on that
Oh,
scale.
hotshot's 100 pounds.
257.
Is that what it says?
Yeah.
And what do you really weigh?
298.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so it is off.
We need it. All right, we need a new morning show scale. There'll be a website. We need a morningshowscale.com up in the next couple of minutes.
I have been working out, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure that's it.
Heather? Your name is Heather, right?
No, I'm Nicole.
Oh, Nicole? We are
Great.
happy to tell you, yes, you are going to be in Boob Camp.
I'm going to win.
You're going to win?
Yes, I'm going to win.
Do you like this confidence from her?
I'm going to win.
All
Really?
the
No, I
women.
need
To have
so
some
bad.
confidence.
That
I need to win.
You need to start crying right now.
I will cry. I'm serious. If you told me to leave, I would cry.
Leave.
Steven.
I need them back.
You're in Boob Camp.
Yay.
Maybe if it's your destiny, you will walk away with the finest, most voluptuous set of breasts as performed and installed
That would help a lot.
by the good Dr. Tony Mangabat, who is the most crafty cosmetic surgeon. He will give you the perfect set of breasts should you be the winner. Now, I see your hairstyle is one that covers... I just caught a glimpse of your ears. Do you have oversized ears?
Oh, stop. I was teased.
Let's see them, Dumbo.
Oh.
Wait till ear camp. He'll be a good candidate.
Let me see.
Okay.
So you can't go with a more... Wow. Looks like a car's driving down the highway with its doors open. Oh, you...
Two.
So Terry reads the story about this lady who has a website with the web address helpmeleavemyhusband.com. Mm-hmm. Did a very good service by letting people know out there, Terry, that website is available if you feel the need to help this woman who can't stand on her own 2 feet without her husband, who she basically despises after 9 years of marriage, so she's stuck in a marriage that she's very unhappy in. Well, people can donate money. And I said, well, you know what? Be a little leery of people out there like that. Was that unreasonable of me to say? I think not. Absolutely not. Let the buyer beware, or in this case, caveat emptor, let the donator beware. I said, maybe her and her husband are laughing their way all the way to the bank. Just be sure, before you donate, that this woman truly is a woman in need and wants to leave her husband. So that's what I said. We get an email from her over the past 10, 15 minutes. It says, hello, I heard the T-Man has called me a hoax. I'm sure everyone and her brother is calling her saying, T-Man's about to blow away your scam. She was either listening or got, series of phone calls. And she writes, I want to assure you that I'm not a hoax. I'm just a stay-at-home mom who would like to be a nurse so I can better support my children when I get a divorce, if I can get a divorce, because I am who I truly claim to be. I'm unable to do any interviews. School starts. I don't know what the hell she's talking about. Sincerely, Penny.
She can't do any interviews, but has time to write this email?
Tell her, hey, we don't need... I suggested she come down here. Is that right? Maybe she must have been listening.
Yeah.
I suggested she come down here. She doesn't have to come down here. Tell her to call right now, or we'll call her. Let me just put her on the air and talk to her. I just want to find out what the deal is. I'll be happy to donate a couple of dollars.
If she calls me for $5.
She truly is who she says she is. If she calls right now, I'll give her $20.
Ooh.
I'll start it at 100.
Wow.
If she calls in the next minute, and then I'll lower it by $10 every minute that she makes me wait. Send her an email right now. As soon as you send that email, I'll start it at $100. Not the most generous in the world, but still, that's $100 more. What does she have so far, Steven?
$392.
Yeah.
That will be 25% of what she has right now.
Yeah.
Boy, the tote board is rolling.
I'm, regardless if she's a hoax or not, I'm sitting here publicizing her stupid website.
Right.
How many people out there are in lousy marriages?
Plenty.
They didn't know they were charity cases until now. You sent it? Okay, good. It starts now, the clock.
All right.
You sent her a reply email with our phone number, right? Wayman?
All right, thanks. T-Man. Oh, hey, T.
Jeez, I'm frazzled.
He has so much to do in there. He gets so disoriented. You sent her a reply email with our hotline number?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
And the toll-free line as well, 866-663-T-Man.
There you go.
Oh, that one.
Well, in case she's such a charity case, our hotline number is not a toll-free number. Weeman will have her fight with all the other callers to get through. Right. Tell her we'll call her if she replies back with her number. Have her come on. Tell us the deal. I want to hear about this horrifying marriage she's in. That her husband has just ripped her of any identity, that she can't stand on her own 2 feet without him around, even though she's miserable.
Does she need money to get a divorce? I'm not really understanding what it's for.
She wants money to get a divorce, and she needs money to get started after her husband's out of her life.
Like a little nest egg?
Yes.
She wants to go to nursing school.
Yes, we should all be so lucky to have a nest egg. I'm sure there are a lot of people out there that would love a nest egg.
Right.
There was a day that I was dying for a nest egg.
Or just an egg.
Right.
At some point, something to eat.
Give me a rotten egg.
Right.
Give me some kind of egg.
Something.
But she is the charity case, and I want to hear about it. I want to hear about it, Money Penny.
Money Penny.
Has she emailed back yet? Well, we're 1 minute in. It drops to $90.
Uh-oh.
But there's still $90 waiting for some response from Money Penny, saying that she will come on or her phone call to us, and we'll put her right on.
Mm-hmm.
And she's got 45 seconds, or it drops to $80.
He says the site benefits my husband and I equally.
Why does he have to be helped?
Since
she hates him so much.
Since they've chosen to remain married through her schooling.
She's got schooling?
Yeah, for her
She's ahead of a
nursing
lot of
degree.
people out there. A lot of the country is not schooled to a large degree.
Right.
My grandma Janice, unschooled all her life, did fine. Grandpa Frank passed away.
Uh-huh.
She did fine, Terry. We were all worried about her. She flew like a bird.
There you go.
Soared into an independent life as a widow.
Want to be on your own and independent. You don't like go around and asking people for money, do you?
Yeah, it's 20 seconds.
20 seconds, and then it goes down.
And it goes down to $80.
Uh-oh.
Terry's catching on.
Yeah.
Only took her a minute and a half.
Any response from Money Penny?
No, we have some disgruntled listeners, but no response from Penny yet. I'm still
Disgruntled
looking.
listeners at me or her?
No, not at you. No one ever gets mad at you.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Okay, whatever. You're on the air.
Hello?
Yes.
You know what? That lady is full of it.
Well, we don't know. I'm willing to reserve judgment until we talk to her.
She can get her divorce for free. I got mine for free. She can get her damn divorce for free, and they will pay for her to go to school. There are plenty of resources out there. She just wants people to send her money.
Well, I'm going to withhold judgment. Your thoughts are on the record. Where is the record today?
It's right over there.
Same place it was yesterday? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there's the toilet. Your thoughts are on the record. I will withhold judgment until we speak to Money Penny, but Money Penny now has a donation if she calls in the next 38 seconds of $80. Clock is ticking on Money Penny. She needs to get away so desperately. Why isn't she running to the phone? She sent us an email pretty quick.
Yeah.
Have that in my right hand.
Yes,
She's
you
out
do.
there listening. T-Man's killing me. 1-866-663 T-Man, you're on the air.
Hi, I had a comment about that woman.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say boo-hoo because I'm a stay-at-home mom myself and I'm going to nursing school and nobody's helping me. And there's programs out there that would help her and scholarships and things like that. She's just looking for handouts.
So you resent the fact that she's making her own website looking for donations?
Yes, I didn't go around begging people for money. I just went out and did it on my own.
You don't feel sorry that she's been, I think we can assume, somewhat under the thumb of her husband, unable to really branch out on her own, and because of that, she has no training and has no ability, once she leaves her husband, to start building a foundation of her own.
No, because the state could help her. There's things out there to help her. She's just wanting pity. And if she
Oh, no,
really
welfare,
didn't
that's
want-
embarrassing. She'd rather beg for money.
Right. If she didn't want to be with her husband, she should leave him. That's just crap. And there's counseling out there. Maybe she needs to go see one.
And what's your name?
Jennifer.
And when will you be 14?
I'm not 14. I'm 21.
Oh, okay. Where are you calling from, love?
Prescott, Washington.
What is that near?
It's near Walla Walla.
Oh, you're listening on the Tri-City station?
Yes, I am.
There you go. Good for you. Thanks for the call.
Let's give her money.
Yeah, you want some money? Want us to send you money? Oh, she hung up. Just about to give her money.
How much were you sending her?
I would have
Well,
put money for her.
Penny's down.
Good.
We're approaching $50, Terry.
Wow.
Penny's had her donation cut in half.
Come on, Penny.
Penny can't need it that bad.
Yeah.
If she needed it, she would have been on.
She would have been there.
We know she's listening. She sent us an email.
Yes.
Come on, Money Penny!
So you have enough time to send an email. You have enough time to call.
You're on the air, sir.
Hello.
Who's this?
This is Nick.
Where you calling from, Nick?
Spokane.
What can we do for you, sir?
Dude, I have a problem.
Yeah, what's your problem?
Okay, my wife left
Don't
me.
Nicks always have a problem?
They do.
Yes, Nick.
That's the one.
Yes.
Okay, my wife left me.
Right.
Took my kids.
Mm-hmm.
Here's $5.
Took all my, like, furniture and everything.
$10? Yes.
I would like to say that, yeah. But,
Yes.
and, but yet, I still go over to her house and...
Bagger?
Well, okay, nicely, yeah.
Yes, you bang her nicely, okay. You bang the drum slowly. Go ahead.
So what do I do? Because she wants
You got a website. You tie your hands behind your back and you get donations. That's the way it is these days, sir. Come on, aren't you in the know? Then you wouldn't have a problem. Penny's down. We're approaching. Terry, it's
slipping away, right?
Just a shell of what it was, Terry. I offered her $100.
You did.
You know what? I'll put it back to 100 if she comes down to the studio and gets topless.
Oh,
jeez. Because right now it's approaching $20.
What if Penny needs Boob Camp? Is she in?
Penny wants to be in Boob Camp. She can be in Boob Camp. We're trying to get her out on her own. We're trying to get her a little identity, Terry. This woman is such in dire straits.
So she's claiming yes.
She's got a big bad husband who's not allowed her to fly. Where are you, Penny? Penny for your thoughts. Not wanting to come on and talk to us, but you will be happy to email. Is that the deal? We have your email address.
Uh-oh.
We are willing to harass you.
It's time for Penny to tell her side of the story. You can do that
That's
right
all
here.
I'm asking. And have I not said I will withhold judgment if I find that she is one, like many out there, who's in a relationship that has allowed her not to build a foundation of her own because she was always the stay-at-home mom, and she's allowed years to pass while she didn't have the ability to garner any skills. I'll feel bad for her.
Right.
And I will pump her website. I'm pumping it anyway. She can't lose here. Maybe that's what she knows, so she's not calling us. Oh, but she'll email, I'm not a hoax. I am not a hoax. I am not a crook.
But by not calling, you're proving that you are a hoax.
Well, I'll tell you what, if she doesn't call, maybe we should tell the authorities to look into this.
Ooh.
Maybe we should call the business a bureau.
The Attorney General.
The Attorney General. And find out if there's any illegalness in what she's doing if she is a fraud.
She should call Miss Cleo to see if she's going to get any money.
She better be miserable. That's all I'm saying.
It's true.
1-866-663-T-Man, you're on the air.
Hey, T?
Yes.
Hey, yeah, I got. I heard this story yesterday.
Yes.
About this lady. Her husband's in the Navy,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why she's trying to get that money. So, and he doesn't even know about it.
Well,
She's trying to get some money just because her husband's in the Navy and she's trying to get out of it, so she can go freak around.
Yeah, that is in the Village People. I don't know, but all I know is I have the story now in front of me. I don't see anything about Navy.
Well, that's what it says on her site.
Oh, it does?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, maybe she'll come on and surprise us with a great point of why she needs to do
Yes.
this.
I mean, she is lit. She's paid. She's emailing us.
Yes.
Why didn't she come to the phones? We even sent the... Now she's down to 0. She calls us now, she gets 0.
Damn,
That's
Penny.
incentive, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, earlier in the show, Terry baffled us with a good point of her own. You know, sometimes that just happens.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, a blind squirrel finds a nut. You're on the air.
Hey, T-Man?
Yes.
Whoa, why does she depend on a man? No woman should ever depend on a man.
Oh, here comes the liberal.
Bra burners.
It's one thing to be in a
Of course, we needed your point of view. Yes, go ahead.
There's a point of being in a relationship 50-50, but that's why you always, you never depend on a man.
She got married 9 years ago. Maybe she realizes that now, and if she could turn back the clock, she would be more leaning towards your perspective. But perhaps I'm willing to give her the benefit of the doubt here. She fell in love, maybe at an early age. She didn't get to further her education or establish any kind of career for herself. And there are a lot of people who, believe it or not, if they leave their husbands, even though they're miserable, they realize that they will be in a real tough state with their kids that they're responsible for.
Well, the thing is, I have 2 kids, and I was 15 when I had them. But, I mean, I've never, ever depended on anyone. She just needs to grow up and realize this is the real world.
Yes, I think there'll be a lot of people that says, regardless of her situation, she just needs to get a little bit stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Build the backbone for yourself there, baby.
Yeah.
I am being more on the gentler side, until she calls, saying that, hey, I understand these situations happen, and I feel sorry for a lot of women out there who have the situation come upon them. It does happen very often, but isn't it too often?
It does.
That they feel they have to be in those traditional roles of being the housewife and the little Lucy for Ricky to come home and have dinner for.
You're right.
And then they wake up one day and realize they're miserable, and they also realize, I have nowhere to go.
Mm-hmm.
That's got to be a very tough position to be in. amongst all the positions your husband put you in as the servant in his home.
Oh, jeez.
Well, isn't that strong and independent to go out and do something like this, make your own website and collect donations?
It's going to work to some degree.
I mean, she's going out on her own and handling her business on her own.
Very creative.
It is very creative.
She tied her hands behind. That's why I think a big part of me, the way she's so craftily putting together this website, makes me think she's a big hoax. She's a big fraud. And her husband's behind it all. You're on the air.
Hey, T-Man?
Yes.
Hey, good for her, you know? Hello?
Yeah! What do you got, a fear of abandonment? You're making a good... Go ahead.
Yeah, you know, what...
All right, get it together. Call us back. He was off to a great start. Yeah. He jumped out of the starting gate.
Start getmythoughtstogether.com, would you? Here's $5.
Finish at lucidpoint.com. What do you say?
The T-Man.
You are a son of a bitch! You know that?
So Terry reads the story about this lady who has a website with the web address helpmeleavemyhusband.com. You did a very good service by letting people know out there, Terry, that website is available if you feel the need to help this woman who can't stand on her own 2 feet without her husband, who she basically despises after 9 years of marriage, so she's stuck in a marriage that she's very unhappy in. Well, people can donate money. And I said, well, you know what? Be a little leery of people out there like that. Was that unreasonable of me to say? I think not. Absolutely not. Let the buyer beware, or in this case, caveat emptor, let the donator beware. I said, maybe her and her husband are laughing their way all the way to the bank. Just be sure, before you donate, that this woman truly is a woman in need and wants to leave her husband. So that's what I said. We get an email from her over the past 10, 15 minutes. It says, hello, I heard the T-Man has called me a hoax. I'm sure everyone and her brother is calling her saying, T-Man's about to blow away your scam. She was either listening or got like series of phone calls. And she writes, I want to assure you that I'm not a hoax. I'm just a stay-at-home mom who would like to be a nurse so I can better support my children when I get a divorce, if I can get a divorce, because I am who I truly claim to be. I'm unable to do any interviews. School starts. I don't know what the hell she's talking about. Sincerely, Penny.
She can't do any interviews, but has time to write this email?
Tell her, hey, we don't need... I suggested she come down here. Is that right? Maybe she must have been listening.
Yeah.
I suggested she come down here. She doesn't have to come down here. Tell her to call right now, or we'll call her. Let me just put her on the air and talk to her. I just want to find out what the deal is. I'll be happy to donate a couple of dollars.
If she calls me for $5.
She truly is who she says she is. If she calls right now, I'll give her $20.
Ooh.
I'll start it at 100.
Wow.
If she calls in the next minute, and then I'll lower it by $10 every minute that she makes me wait. Send her an email right now. As soon as you send that email, I'll start it at $100. Not the most generous in the world, but still, that's $100 more. What does she have so far, Steven?
$392.
Yeah.
That will be 25% of what she has right now.
Is wrong.
I'm, regardless if she's a hoax or not, I'm sitting here publicizing her stupid website.
Right.
How many people out there are in lousy marriages?
Plenty.
They didn't know they were charity cases until now. You sent it? Okay, good. It starts now, the clock.
All right.
You sent her a reply email with our phone number, right? Wayman?
All right, thanks. T-Man. Oh, hey, T.
Jeez, all frazzled.
There's so much to do in there. You get so disoriented. You sent her a reply email with our hotline number?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
And the toll-free line as well, 866-663-T-Man.
Okay. There you go.
Oh, that one.
Well, in case she's such a charity case, our hotline number is not a toll-free number. Weeman will have her fight with all the other callers to get through. Tell her we'll call her if she replies back with her number. Have her come on. Tell us the deal. I want to hear about this horrifying marriage she's in. And her husband has just ripped her of any identity that she can't stand on her own 2 feet without him around, even though she's miserable.
Does she need money to get a divorce? I'm not really understanding what it's for.
She wants money to get a divorce, and she needs money to get started after her husband's out of her life.
Like a little nest egg?
Yes.
She wants to go to nursing school.
Yes, we should all be so lucky to have a nest egg. I'm sure there are a lot of people out there that would love a nest egg.
Right.
There was a day that I was dying for a nest egg.
Or just an egg.
Right.
At some point, something to eat.
Give me a rotten egg.
Right.
Give me some kind of egg.
Something.
But Charity said, I want to hear it. I want to hear it, Money Penny. Does she email it? Well, we're 1 minute in. It drops to $90.
Uh-oh.
But there's still $90 waiting for some response from Money Penny, saying that she will come on or her phone call to us, and we'll put her right on.
Mm-hmm.
And she's got 45 seconds, or it drops to $80.
She says the site benefits my husband and I equally.
Why does he have to be helped?
Since
she hates him so much.
Since they've chosen to remain married through her schooling.
She's got schooling?
Yeah, for her
She's ahead of a
nursing
lot of
degree.
people out there. A lot of the country is not schooled to a large degree.
Right.
My grandma Janice, unschooled all her life, did fine. Grandpa Frank passed away.
Uh-huh.
She did fine, Terry. We were all worried about her. She flew like a bird.
There you go.
Soared into an independent life as a widow.
Want to be on your own and independent. You don't like go around and asking people for money, do you?
Yes, 20 seconds.
20 seconds, and then it goes down.
It goes down to $80.
Uh-oh.
Terry's catching on.
Yeah.
Only took her a minute and a half.
Any response from Money Penny?
No, we have some disgruntled listeners, but no response from Penny yet. I'm still
Disgruntled listeners at me or her?
No, not at you. No one ever gets mad at you.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Okay, whatever. You're on the air.
Hello?
Yes.
You know what? That lady is full of it.
Well, we don't know. I'm willing to reserve judgment until we talk to her.
She can get her divorce for free. I got mine for free. She can get her damn divorce for free, and they will pay for her to go to school. There are plenty of resources out there. She just wants people to send her money.
Well, I'm going to withhold judgment. Your thoughts are on the record. Where is the record today?
It's right over there.
Same place it was yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's the toilet.
The T-Man.